Hey bro, when you coming to the OLED side? Yeah, you've been rocking that LCD screen for a minute now, bro. It's time to upgrade. I know, but it's been like a whole 2-3 years now. You still been on that same screen, bro. Hey, listen, I'm trying to tell you, bro, OLED is where it's at. You get deeper blacks, you get better gaming experience. Netflix on it, man, is insane. So I know. I've been rocking it for a minute, so that's why I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, bro, you keep rocking that LCD screen if you want to. It's OLED or nothing, man. But anyway, man, I gotta holler at you a little later, man. I gotta get this video shot. All right, bro, I'll holler at you. Peace.
Accessing.
What up, squad? All right, so this $950 LG C2 TV has been on for 911 hours. In this video right here, I'll be giving you guys all my thoughts on this TV after using it with watching content on Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, all of the good stuff, as well as gaming on it every single day for 1 full year. Now, at the end of this video, I'll also give you guys some of the things that I'm hoping to see in the new C3 model, which will be coming to the studio here. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you want to see that comparison between that TV and this one right here. Alright, so for starters, let's go ahead and get some of the specs about this TV here out of the way. Now, this TV here is available in 6 different sizes, being a 42-inch, 48, 55, 65, 77, and an 83-inch model. Whew, I'm glad I got all of them right. I think the only major difference is with the 42-inch model is you get like a different stand or feet that comes with it that you guys can see right here. Now, when it comes to the 48-inch model, which is the model that I have here behind me that we're gonna talk about and the one that's actually been on for 911 hours, let's go ahead and kick things off with talking about like the overall build quality and how that's kind of held up over a full year length of time. Now, for the most part, I gotta be honest, this TV is held up pretty solid, and I've really only had it mounted and I haven't really moved it much, except for when my wife and I, we recently purchased this home here and we had to move it from that house over to this house, but I had it all wrapped up, so, you know, I ain't trying to scratch no OLED screens. But overall, man, I feel like the build quality has been pretty solid for the most part. Now, it has a very thin frame that you can see right here with a thicker, hard plastic base. There's no scratches on it, no dings or anything like that of this nature that has came up that I've seen on this TV yet to date. Now, the quality overall for the panel, I feel like it's good. The body still looks good on it, and it looks pretty much how it did the first day I took it out of the large crazy box. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, you guys, is about connectivity. Now, when it comes to all of the ports that you guys get on the side as well as the back of this TV, because this is what I feel like is the second most important thing that you need to know before you actually buy this TV here. Now, with the C2 model here, you get 4 HDMI 2.1 ports that all support 4K 120 Hertz. 3 on the side and you get 1 on the back. And the second HDMI port on the side here is labeled eARC, which can be used to connect up to like an AV receiver or a soundbar for controlling with a single remote. Then you also get a total of 3 USB-A ports, 1 on the side and 2 located on the back. You get an antenna / cable in for the standard TV cable if you still actually use that. And last for ports we have is a LAN port for connectivity to the internet, and you get an optical digital audio out port as well as an audio out port and an RS-232C SVC port, which can be used for like servicing as well as like updating the firmware and different things like that. Now, my thoughts on the ports on this TV, I feel like are good. I think you get enough ports for the average person. Now, I've easily been able to connect my Xbox, I've connected my PS5, my Nintendo Switch, as well as my Nvidia Shield with no issues at all, being able to easily switch to the inputs using the TV software, which we're gonna talk about the TV software here in a second, because I got a crazy love-hate relationship with the software with using it for 911 hours. Now, having each HDMI port being 4K 120 to me is a W in my book, because I don't have to worry about switching ports to get 4K 120 on like my Xbox or my PS5. All I gotta do is just turn the TV on, switch to the input, and enjoy it no matter which output it's plugged into. One thing that I do want to actually make you guys aware of, if you guys are looking at buying this TV, make sure you guys invest in some some good HDMI cables that are 2.1 compatible. Because trust me, y'all, I've been that person that tried to buy cheap HDMI cables, and when they start to go out, you will notice it in your picture. And I'll have some that I recommend to you guys down in the description section below if you guys want to check those out. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about, you guys, which I feel like is the single most important thing when it comes to a television, is the picture quality. Now, in this department, I have to say picture quality is chef's kiss, y'all. It is next level. Now, I've used other OLED panels in the past, but for some reason, none of them have really measured up to the sharpness that I feel this TV here actually gives you. The deep black contrast levels are good. The brightness levels is amazing. And if you guys are wondering, no, I have not experienced any burn-ins with this TV yet. And I'll be honest, that was a concern for me as well when I first bought this TV, because as you guys know, OLEDs have been known for burn-ins into the panel. But honestly, I feel like over the years, the technology for handling things like that, LG does a really good job with pixel shifting to be able to help prevent that. And I can say for a fact and a test that it works, and I haven't had any issues with burn-ins on this TV. And yes, there's definitely been times that I've left this TV on for a good amount of time and I still haven't had any issues with it. Now, when it comes to watching Netflix movies or any movies using Dolby Vision IQ, I'm telling y'all, man, it looks amazing. And over my 1 year, I haven't noticed any picture like starting to become dimmer or fading or anything like that. Now, I did have to do some minor color corrections here and there and calibrations during that time, but just like viewing it right out of the box, most people would be amazed for the picture quality. Now, if I was in the market for a TV like you guys out there, first thing I would like to know is, how is the sound quality? Like, does it really live up to that Dolby Atmos like type vibe? Let me tell y'all, out of all of the TVs that I've tried out, this one right here has some of the better speakers in it. Don't get me wrong, like I wouldn't expect for you to like hear it like things flying over your head or nothing like that. It supports Dolby Atmos, but again, to really get that Dolby Atmos experience, you will need like external speakers or something like that, right? And then I also want to preface that I do have this TV here in like my home studio here, which is kind of like I'll say it's like a medium to larger size space. And I feel like it really fills the room well. And I've purposely been using the C2 without a soundbar for any external speakers for my 1 year worth of testing, just to see if I would actually feel like I had to get external speakers or something like that. And if I'm being honest with y'all, I don't really need external speakers at all. Now, will I eventually get them over time? Yeah, I probably will, because overall, if we're just being honest, external speakers like the Sonos soundbar will definitely enhance your audio experience. But I will say, keep in mind that I don't really feel like I have to go rush out and get external speakers to start enjoying this TV right out of the box. And obviously that depends on your room size, but for the room size in here, I feel like it's pretty solid. Now, this next part is where I have probably the most problems with this TV, and that is with the WebOS software. Now, there's a lot of good things with this software, but there's also a lot of things that needs improvements with this software that I want you guys to be aware of before you guys go out there and spend your money. So let me go ahead and list the 3 things that I personally like to see LG improve for the next gen C3 model that's coming out later this year. Now, starting with the number 3 thing, and we're gonna work our way down to that number 1 spot, and that is the speed of apps loading on the home screen. Now, when I first bought this TV and I purchased it, I felt like the experience was smooth, it was fast, it was quick, but as I felt like the year went on and they had several updates, I feel like the software has just gotten like more sluggish over time. Now, whenever I'm navigating with the remote control to launch different applications or switch to the input, it's like the processing time, like it's just gotten worse over time. So to me, this is my message out to LG. If you guys are watching this video, if LG could improve the processing speeds, I'd be a much happy camper, y'all. I'm telling you. And And the number 2 issue thing that I want to talk about, and it kind of relates to number 3, and that's probably the reason why number 3 even exists in the first place, and that is, I think WebOS with this TV just has too many things trying to process and load and open at the same time on the home screen, which is causing the experience that I feel to be like much of like a slower response time. Now, if you guys look right here on the TV, you can see it has so many different like unnecessary categories that it's trying to load that just makes the experience not a good one. And the number 1 frustrating thing with LG's WebOS is the ability to not be able to delete sections within its menu. Like, if it was up to me, I'd only have the app tray and the inputs tray, and that's it, as it gives me access to everything that I need. But instead, LG seems to like fill up the screen, like the homepage, with just a bunch of useless stuff that I'm not sure that anybody really using. So hopefully in the future, they will give us the option to be able to remove LG channels and other like options from showing up on the home screen, which I feel in turn is gonna speed up the whole processing when turning the TV on. But besides the improvements that I like to see, I also have to give the WebOS and this TV some props to the interface, as the layout and the design and navigating it is very clear. It's very easy to navigate. And I figured probably everything out with this TV within a day of using it. Like, some of the things I like is being able to move your most recent apps to the front, which is a bonus because like a lot of times you gotta scroll all the way to the end to get to like the Netflix, but the fact that I can move it all the way up to the front, quickly access it, is a W to me. Now, another area that I like, and I feel like it kind of really doesn't get a whole lot of credit, and that is the Home ThinQ dashboard. I like this thing here because it gives you a clear picture of everything that you guys can control right from your TV. For example, you guys can see right here, I have all of my Philips Hue lights right in here that's in my home that I can turn on and off with just the remote control that's sitting in my hand. Or I can just do it right from my phone as well. And you also get access to AirPlay 2, which is a W because I can link my MacBook Pro, I can link my iPhone, iPad, or anything I want right to the TV without having to plug up any cables or anything like that. Now, although I don't have one, but if you did, if you had like an LG washer and dryer, if you had an LG fridge that was ThinQ enabled, you'll be able to actually control them right from the TV, which to me is pretty dope. Now, another feature that I like is how it knows what's connected to it from each HDMI port, and it displays the name right there on the TV. Now, you also get the option within your settings, which I know a lot of people may not notice, but you can actually go in and rename these to whatever you guys want, which to me is clutch. As you can see, I named my PlayStation CKid PS5. Now, the last thing I want to talk about with y'all before getting into my overall thoughts on this TV, and if you guys should actually buy this TV in 2023 or if you should wait for the updated model, and that is, I want to talk about gaming using next-gen consoles and pretty much how that experience has been for me so far. Now, I gotta be straight up with y'all. Gaming on this thing is there is no other way to game, y'all. Now, I use my PS5 and now recently my Xbox Series S, which that video is still coming, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But gaming in 4K or 1440p 120 on this TV, y'all, I promise you it is something you just have to experience, because I play games like Call of Duty in 120 hertz, and it just makes the whole gameplay just smooth, and just the experience is just fire. And then also, like, the black levels and the sharpness of this TV just translates right over into the gaming side as well. Now, the other thing that I like about when it comes to the gaming side is that you also get gaming controls that you can access right from the TV, which is just clutch, man, because now I can just quickly change my gaming settings right there within the menu without having to go all the way through like the TV menu, which is just, I'm telling y'all, man, it is a fire experience for sure. And to be honest, man, after gaming on the OLED TV, and again, I play games like Call of Duty, I play games like God of War, Uncharted, and all of these AAA titles, and I'm telling y'all, man, there's no experience like gaming on an OLED panel, because like the colors they just hit different. And it's gonna be hard to pull me away from this TV, because honestly, I don't see anybody right now in the TV space that's really competing with LG at this price point. So that leads me into the last thing, which is, should you wait until LG address the issues that I mentioned in this video, or should you guys scoop up the LG C2 right now? I'll say this, y'all. If you are in the market and you're looking for a nice OLED display that is a really good price, has multiple 4K 122.1 ports, you got a nice frame on it, nice thin frame, you get great visuals, great audio, is perfect for gaming, then I would say do not wait for the C3. If you feel like the C2 is going to be good, then go get the C2. Now, although I will be picking up the C3 to review here on the channel, but I say the C2 is just as good, and it's probably gonna be a better value since you can probably catch it on sale at the time of this video. So trust me, y'all, if you get this TV, you won't be disappointed. Now, if you found this video helpful in any way, man, go ahead and feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel for more TV content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Squad.